How's it going, everyone? Welcome into the final episode of the Offseason podcast. It's kind of sad. We've had a great season so far. We have a fantastic final episode here with a fun guessing game. We'll probably play a little disc golf pro tour guess who again, because why not? That seems to be a fan favorite. But we're going to kick it off with a few stories. These stories actually come to us from Reddit because I didn't have any new stories from our
What the
submission
heck,
form.
guys?
So yeah, I don't really know what was up with that, but here we go. Also, side note, both of the usernames have panda in them. Deal with it. I didn't choose them because of that. I just noticed it when I wrote it down. So the first one's from the Panda Man Can 23. He said, I was just a couple months into playing disc golf, and we were playing at Oak Grove, which is the world's first disc golf course. We're about to tee off on hole 21 when this tiny Asian woman with one end of a disc asked to play through. We, of course, said sure, and she starts teeing off from the long tee pad, which we tried to correct her, but she kept walking anyway. So me and my friend thought, well, we're about to see an epic fail because the long tee, you have to hit this like really narrow gap, and plus, obviously, it's long. She then threw the disc with so much zip, you could hear it piercing the air, and she would have aced it if it didn't hit a tiny branch that was hanging down. A couple of weeks later, I'm watching DGN, and I see Scoggins teeing off,
Scoggins.
And I realized that it was her the whole time.
That's funny. As soon as that story got to that, I knew exactly where that was going.
Yeah.
But Scoggins might be the ultimate victor of unassuming people on the disc golf course.
Playing with one end of a disc, like just carrying one disc.
Yeah.
Because if you have the full bag and everything, sure. But just walking with one disc, I mean.
If you
lined
what
up, she was doing. Does she do that often, you think?
No.
Might have been getting a quick round in.
Maybe she was testing a new disc that like Innova sent to her or something. I don't know. But
normally have a couple of them though.
That is interesting.
I think that's the weirdest thing is she had one disc.
One disc challenge. Maybe she just was really struggling with this one disc in her bag. Was like, you know what? I'm taking it out here. I'm learning it.
Or maybe
is she from California?
I think that's where she lives.
I think that's where she lives. She's not from California, but I think that's where she lives.
Yeah.
Now, the second story here, actually, there's 2 and 3 because this guy has 2 stories, which is Wondering Panda 402. He said, I got 2 stories. I played on the club team in college and at our first Tiger Town Throwdown, which shout out, great tournament down in Clemson. I had a guy from WCU on our card. I believe there was a conversation that went a bit long while someone teed off, and after apologizing, the guy goes, my buddy once played with a guy who would freak out on you if you spoke while the disc was in flight. He said that the sound waves of your voice would affect the disc. So he spent the rest of the round making dumb little noises every time the disc finished. We'd say, well, we helped you out there and whatnot. We buying that? Little sound waves affecting. Maybe that's why the nice. Serious. That's what nice is. When I yell nice, it hides
if somebody told me that, I would be yapping as soon as that disc came out of his hand. Because if he's just going to get worked up and you can't do anything,
well, I mean, you're affecting his flight.
You're just giving me a reason to get in your head at that point.
That's I don't know about all that. I do know that if you quack in the middle of Silas's backswing, it gets in his head.
That does. That was vicious. You'll see it in the All-Star.
Yeah, that stumped me.
You'll see it during the All-Star video. When did that come out, Trav? 2 weeks?
Yeah, not next week, but the week after, I believe.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
It's right before the Pro Tour starts.
Team Trevor was playing some mind games out there. It was pretty brutal. All right, last story, also from Wondering Panda 402. He said, another time I was on the last MA2 card for the Upstate Classic at Timmins Park. So I'm playing with the last 2 men on the MA50 card. So if you've never played Timmins before, hole 1's perched up within 10 feet of OB Creek. And if you're on the tee looking at it, it's to the left. So you throw this big straight shot that fades up the hill and then finishes to the pin. Unless you're a hero and you try to throw dead straight at it. So one guy had a 10 to 15 foot putt with the creek immediately behind the basket with the way he's pointing at it. So he pulls out his old DGA blowfly that you can roll into a taco to putt. So that way, if he misses it, it won't roll. He tosses the putt, hits change, drops straight into the basket, and then proceeds to drop straight through the bottom of the basket and lands on the ground. We're all in shock as he turned around with his jaw literally on the ground. Good news is it didn't roll because it's so flexible, so it's not going to kick up and roll, so he just tapped in. But still one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen happen.
You probably deserve that if you're doing the roll-up blowfly. Maybe.
Here's a question I have is the PDGA obviously has a too stiffness. Like if it's too stiff, it doesn't get approved.
Mm-hmm.
Why doesn't it have a too flimsy?
Because why would you need it? It's only for
safety.
The game.
It just breaks the game.
No, it doesn't.
You can throw it through the basket.
Well, that they broke the game with their own stupid rule on that
I'm just
one.
saying. Now that that's a rule, it breaks the game.
I threw a get
I've thrown
freaky
some
through the basket the other
I'll
day.
say you can throw like pretty normal soft plastic through the basket. We did
That's
it with
fair.
the Prodigy disc
That's true
that
too.
we did for the ad. Yeah. Nope. Now those take a lot more effort, for sure. But I mean, the PDGA, that's got to be the dumbest rule ever to just go out and assume that A, discs go through the basket all the time, and B, we cannot, with the human eye, distinguish when it went through the cage and when it didn't. It's just ridiculous. So stupid.
Here's a question for you guys. Would you rather have every single time your disc hits a tree, it ricochets like forward? Like you get a big kick every single time, or every single time you hit a tree, it just drops straight down? Which one would you rather have?
Wait,
Drop straight down.
is the kick guaranteed good or is it random?
No, it's just random. You just
Oh,
going to get a
straight
kick.
down.
I think
I
if
mean-
it drops straight down, you're going to be better more often than if it kicks crazy.
It's tough to say. It's dependent on the day, right? Like there are some days you
Well,
get
think
all
of
the
how
kicks
many
and some
times you're
days
like
you don't.
barely off and you just hit the tree on the edge of the fairway. And like, yeah, that could kick back up the fairway, but a lot of times it could kick
Right.
way right over.
The only thing you would know,
that's not happening.
the only thing you would notice is there are certain holes, like for instance, hole 17 at New London, where you might hit a tree but still advance 250 feet down the fairway. Instead, you might have just dropped at 30 feet. Like if that example is being used to the most extreme, like if you
Like
touch
even if you hit like a little limb, you hit
like,
a little limb,
yeah,
it's dropping
at
immediately.
a wooded course, like you can't take
You're
that.
never
what's find a
advancing.
tree hit? What find a tree hit?
Right. If
Is
it's
it
like a
little,
solid
like a little
smack,
leaf,
Any
like,
part of the tree,
any
part
part
of the tree.
if you nick a leaf, it's dropping.
Yes, it goes
Okay,
straight
well then
down.
you got to go kick.
that's just
Then you got to go kick.
impossible.
You got to go massive.
You just
kicks.
risk it with the kick.
Well, because if
But
not,
that also
every
means
leaf,
every time you hit the tree, it's going to kick. You're never getting a time where.
How often do you get like a straight down like knockdown though? Not very often.
Yeah, you have to square it pretty often.
Yeah.
what does this mean for putting? So if I like putt through a branch, is it dropping straight down? But then like with the kick wise, is it now just accelerating and like a 30-foot putt's
It's
gonna
getting a kick. You don't know where it's going.
because I putt through branches all the time when it's like, oh, my disc can just fight through those leaves. But
that
now
might
it's like,
be a great video for you guys to do is play a really wooded course, like maybe Independence, and to your best of your ability, as soon as it hits any part of a tree, that's where the disc stops advancing.
That's actually a great idea. We've
And
done
see what you shoot.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We've done
You just
like-
have to-
we'd
you
be
just
out
have-
there
done,
so long.
yeah, we've done like extra strokes for tree hits before, but we've never done it like that to where it places your lie. It would definitely
what
have
if you
to be
what if you also took out skips?
oh,
So like the second
wherever
you
it
just hit,
lands,
it sits.
you just have a
As soon as it
spotter
hits,
down
it
there.
sits.
Yeah. As soon as it touches anything, it stops.
That would be very
So it's like
interesting.
pure flight only.
Yeah.
Huh.
I
Yeah,
like
imagine how aggressive you could throw shots if it's just like,
Well, yeah, that might not be a good idea just because you could throw a skip shot. Like I could be 100 feet out and just rip a skip shot that's gonna hit right next to the basket and be like, I'm good there. But maybe that's terrifying because what if it doesn't skip?
just a different game. Yeah.
It's a fun video, that's for sure.
Yeah, I might have to try that out.
All right,
I
well,
like
let's
it.
go ahead without further ado and get into our videos today. So we got 4 videos you're gonna be guessing the
Wow.
ratings of, all submitted to me. Should be a blast here. We'll go ahead and kick it off with this first one. We'll let it play, and then I will read you who he is.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, while we wait for it to stop rolling, I'll go ahead and read. This is Charlie Pickin from
no.
British Columbia, Canada. He's been a member since 2021. He has 24 career events and 2 career wins. Trevor, you will text me first, and then we'll let Brodie. We'll let Brodie decipher.
I like this hole a lot.
This green is beautiful.
I
I love all the
this.
undulations. It's really cool. This is in Canada, or
Silas, I
this is-
might need you to slow this clip down for me though. I might need to slow this clip down here. Oh boy.
This
That
is
looks
what Alan
legal.
gives
That
me.
looks legal.
We might have another one on our hands. What?
I can't quite tell.
That's in his hand right there.
But is his foot touching?
His front foot might be. Not as
All right,
bad.
Trevor has submitted Brodie, so it's now up
Locked
to you
in.
to discuss.
Dude, I just want to know where this course is so I can go play it.
British Columbia. I mean,
It looks very much like the Denver courses we played.
it was actually a pretty good attempt there from a distance. He's also like kind of just looking at it roll away, like it's not that big of a deal. It probably makes.
Isn't it crazy that some people's experience of disc golf is like playing Peaksview, and then some people who live in like the Pacific Northwest or Denver, like the Colorado and the mountains, like they play like basically national parks, and like that's their experience with disc golf. It's same with golf. Like you can have wildly different experiences, but disc golf especially, like you can be in the most just disgusting park of all time, or you could be where we were in like where was the Red Rocks place we played hunt, like
Thunderbird Gardens.
Thunderbird Gardens, and it literally looked like it was out of a Nat Geo shoot. Like it's just like unbelievable to look at.
Well,
Give me Give me 914.
914.
Ooh, a little bit
All
high.
right. Trevor went
That's
with, what'd you go with?
fine.
887?
887. I feel like I like where I'm at because it could be low.
Well, let me just tell you guys this. Y'all are both low. It was actually 936. Meaning Brodie has 22 points. Trevor has 49.
Yikes,
Reminder,
that putt
you don't
did
want
not
points.
look great to me, but
all right, let's go ahead and bring in the next player here.
That's tough. That was tough.
Here we go.
Oh, is this from the
is,
world?
Top of the
Top of the
world.
world.
Top of the world.
Parking lot.
That's
Oh,
funny.
that. Where is that going? Oh, never mind.
This hole is the most dangerous place to
shot.
ever venture. Like
This
how many?
is-
Got a little snap in this
This is
forehand.
Timothy Clark.
Look at that.
From Santa Cruz, California.
Brodie, why is he doing all that after he lets go of the disc, man? It doesn't do anything.
Member since 2021. He has 10 career events.
No wins. That's like my favorite forehand form ever. He pumped it, though.
I can
He
watch
pumped-
this.
That's a great shot.
I can literally watch this all day.
Dude,
I
I
threw
like
this
the
hole
fit,
so many
too.
times and it did not go nearly this well.
Boom, shakalaka.
It's funny because
It kind of flips up a little bit.
His initial approach, it looks like he's really about like, what is that second arm pump?
I love it. It's like when Tiger Woods like really gets a swing and he like completely like does like a
Yeah, he like
backwards
brings
thing.
it back real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
It's a
it.
great shot, though.
Dude,
Am I
what
texting you, Hunter?
Yeah, Brodie will text
the
me.
heck?
Hmm.
Oh, it's so funny. I want to know if they're all like that. And if they are, I'm going to need a compilation.
Maybe it's like he thought he was going to fall. He got like, a little
That's what I'm
spook.
saying. It looks like it. I'm almost. Let's see where he is on the tee pad.
Oh,
Is
you
it-
think
is
he's
it
gonna
like
fall off?
Well, like maybe he like, gets a little spooked or something. I don't know. That's
Well,
a
I
lot
think
of
Yeah,
that's
maybe
a
he's
lot
not
of
a heights
physical.
guy. He might not
It's
be
a lot
heights
of
guy.
physical exertion for just a normal forehand.
Dude, it's so pumped though. Like that's
It
a
was juiced.
hard
He
forehand.
did rip it.
It was juiced. All right, Brodie's locked in. Trev.
Flipped it up. Dude, 10 career events. I don't know about this, man. 898.
Wow. So y'all went 898, 895. That was y'all were just dialed in. And y'all were both actually really dialed in because he's actually 899. Oh! We had Trevor with 1 point, Brodie with 4 points.
Dude,
That's the
isn't it
closest 1-2 we've ever gotten, I think.
Isn't it crazy? Like last season, I feel like Brodie and I got a bunch right on the dot, and this year I don't think we got a single
No.
one.
Well, we switched up a lot this year.
We did take away divisions like that.
The
changes a
divisions was
lot.
big, but wow, that was electric.
That was great.
That guy has a really good forehand, by the way, for an 800 rated player.
Yeah.
It
Well,
bombs,
basically
it bombs.
900, 899.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and get this next one up.
Oh.
Dude, okay.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Dude, that's a laser.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
That's awesome.
Oh,
This
no,
is
it's
so
muddy.
bad.
Oh, it's so
Yeah, it's
muddy.
brutal.
He's making a classic mistake too if you just lay down in it because now it's just soaking in.
This is Keith
Oh.
Wilson Jr. out of Lexington, Kentucky. He's been a member since
Keith Wilson
2020.
Jr.
And he's
I
played
feel like he
40
might be a
career
Heiser
events
clubber.
and 6 career wins.
He might be a Heisel clubber.
Trevor, you'll text me first.
I recognize that name.
He kind of is like the old Ezra putt where he like goes to the other side.
He's got a really good looking putt, man. That's impressive.
It's a shame the fall.
He's also wearing gray sweatpants, which is like the worst to fall in mud with. Probably.
Yeah.
It's completely changed color. 40 events. How many wins?
6 career wins.
I've got this guy locked in though.
I can watch that fall all day. That's brutal.
All right, I'm locked in.
Right,
978.
978 for Brodie. Okay, let me get my calculator out. Y'all both
I
submitted
got a
at the
feeling
exact
this
same
one's gonna be
time.
right in the middle of us.
Are you high or lower than me?
I'm low, a little bit.
So Trevor came in at 959. Brodie came in at 973.
He could be much higher.
What'd you come in? 978.
I kind of lowballed him a little bit, but
and
not enough wins.
I might be low.
Is actually one of y'all got within 5 again. Y'all are one of you's dialed.
960s. It's me in the 960s.
Keith is 963 rated, meaning Brodie was 15 off. Trevor is 4 off. So this is a close game because Brodie's at 40 on the dot, and Trevor's at 54.
Ooh.
So 14-point difference here, but that's nothing when we're talking a little disc golf guessing game. And this last one's gonna be a little tough. So let's go ahead and pull up this last one here. We have Brandon Bush from Michigan.
Beautiful.
Yeah, through the
shooting
bush.
from the bush.
Heck, yeah. Oh, hey.
Oh, that's good. That's pretty.
Brandon Bush from Michigan.
Oh, freeze frame. Oh, I thought that was.
I was like, what was that?
14 career events, 2 career wins.
Remember since
Brodie
when?
Remember since 2022.
And he's just barely played. Dude. It's such a clean putt, though.
The more I see this step putt, the more I hate it. I really hate it. It's so dumb. It's too good. It's like it makes it way too easy.
Trevor will text first.
Isn't it bizarre that step putting just didn't really exist?
All right, no, Brodie will text first. Sorry, Brodie will text first.
Like it didn't become popularized till the last 5 years.
It used to just all be jump putt.
People just jump. What in the world were we thinking?
All right, Trevor,
and
Brodie's locked in. Your turn.
People saw guys like James Conrad. They were getting halfway to the basket, and they're like, "Well, that works out pretty well." I feel
like Dickerson was a big one that made the step putt.
Yeah, Dickerson too. Just
he was so good
all the way to the basket. That's a good putt, man. This is tough. I think I have to kind of go for the kill here. I think Brodie's going to come in lower than me.
Look at his left leg. His left leg swoops around. It doesn't go straight. It doesn't go straight through. It swoops out to the left and then goes up.
Avoid the disc.
Clean delivery. 972.
972 for Trevor. All right. Well, the spread is there because Brodie came in at 930.
I knew
Trevor
you'd come in low.
At
I had to go high.
Whoa!
And Brandon Bush comes in at 952, basically exactly in between y'all. So Brodie wins this week. And you know what? We're going to make that the most important one of the season. Brodie wins the whole season. Congratulations, sir.
Hey, good to be here. Good to be here. Good to be here, everyone.
Yeah, Brodie is the dominant factor, dominant force.
I want somebody to go back every episode and get the aggregate score. I want to know what it was.
I got to sign back in. Well, let's do this while I'm signing back in because I just randomly got signed out. What was your most memorable guess the rating?
Oh,
is there one that sticks out?
Dude, that forehand might have won. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the roller though.
I was gonna say I think the roller's the one for me. Where I don't know if it was actually a roller. We're assuming it was a roller, which was
we got confirmation. It was.
Yes, you're right. We did get confirmation. That was legendary.
That freeze frame was hilarious. That was.
We just need him to submit a roller every year.
Just a different roller every year.
Yeah. Yeah,
you'll get dialed in though. You'll know what his rating is.
The Robbie one was pretty good too, where we thought it was Robbie, but then we didn't think it was Robbie, and it ended up being Robbie.
That's true.
That's
we just
right.
what do we put? We just put sunglasses on him back in his long hair days.
Yeah.
The funniest part was that it was his PDGA profile picture, and Trevor happened to be on his PDGA profile earlier that day, and I was like, "Well, we're screwed now," but it still worked out. All All right, we have one topic before we get into the Guess Who Pro Tour game, which comes from John. He said, what are your thoughts on the Go Throw Tour events being unsanctioned? Is this the catalyst the PDGA needs to start respecting the pro scene more, or will it start the movement of the pros breaking away from the PDGA?
I mean, I don't know. I'm wondering what their reasoning is. Maybe so maybe their appeal to, because the players, like the money's there. They don't care about the ratings. Like they'll, the lower tier tournaments they may play to farm ratings. That's one thing. But I guess maybe the appeal here is, hey, come play a tournament in your spare time during the tour. Try to win some money. If you don't win money, no worries. Your rating doesn't go down. Or that's option number one. I think that makes some sense. Option number two, and maybe it's both of these things, maybe they're going to get experimental with rules.
I definitely could see the experimental with rules. I also could see like maybe they couldn't get approved to be an A tier. Like maybe they didn't make it on the A tier schedule. And they were thinking like if it's just a B tier or C tier, that might prevent players from coming. Or maybe there's already a tournament within X amount of distance where the PDGA, like you bypass all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Where it's just like we don't have to worry about Gannon Burr is not going to play a C tier. I think Gannon would, but you know what I'm saying? Of like
it also allows them to pay out any way they want.
That's a really good point. Well, what are the actual tour standards? I think there's a minimum amount of payment you have to go out in like regards to total purse compared to field, but I don't know if it matters how you distribute that purse. I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters like what percentage of the purse first takes. I think it just matters like if you're playing pro and $100,000 comes in, $100,000 of value has to be paid out to the pro field. I think that's all the people. But that is a good point. It allows them to maybe run a more profitable tournament. Although I think they're paying out a pretty ludicrous amounts of money, so I don't know if they're going to be running profitable tournaments. But who knows? Maybe.
Yeah. What it sounds like from you, what you guys are saying is there's way more benefits to not having a sanctioned event than having a sanctioned event.
In certain cases, absolutely.
Totally.
Is what it sounds like.
I think for amateur events, it's very important to be sanctioned because it's exposure of like people who go to the PDGA's website and search to try to find it. Although UDisc kind of cuts that corner where now you can go to UDisc and search, but pre-UDisc, that was a big thing. The insurance is a big thing because a lot of parks will want you to have a certificate of insurance for your event, and the PDGA provides that. The PDGA provides a lot of like good tournament director back-end stuff. So like for AM tournaments, all that's very important. And like amateur tournament directors, but if you're running on the level of the pro tour, then a lot of that like kind of goes out the window because you're probably having additional event expenditures or additional event insurance. I mean, you probably don't need the exposure of the PDGA to let people know where your event is and when it's happening. And so it really just comes down to you just need the ratings because you can copy and paste the rules.
Gannon, man, we talked about it last time, but he's fueling the fire. He posted today. He got another ratings point, and he's posting them only 4 points away from the record, or
I saw
whatever. He's making ratings great again right now.
Here's another thing against the
gasoline
the unsanctioned is that I just saw Ricky was posting because there's a race to like the first player to get to $1 million all-time earnings, and it's basically between Paul and Rick because Paul's at 800 some thousand, Rick's at 700 some. So if you go play off tour and you make 80 grand at 4 or 5 tournaments this year, you win them all, then that's not counting towards your like what people are looking to for the overall earnings record, if that makes sense. So I could also see that being something players care about, not mainly just Ricky and Paul.
I say basically two guys that care about that.
Gannon in like 2 years will care about that.
He still won't.
He's 300,000 behind Rick.
You're going to tell me that a player is going to be like, ooh, this doesn't count to my PDGA total earnings. That's kind of a bummer.
No, I'm saying if
Hunter, let's be honest. This is not a real thing. This is not a real thing.
Yeah,
Ricky was just posting about it.
That's because Ricky cares what Paul does, and Paul cares what Ricky does. This is not a real thing in other sports.
Don't say that in front of Trevor. Trevor thinks the rivalry is long dead and gone.
I honestly don't care either way.
That's word for word. That's what happened. That's what he said on Grip Block today. He said that rivalry hasn't been alive for years. No one cares.
It's just something that the majority of people don't care about. I think it's a dumb first to $1 million. I think that's so dumb.
I'm just saying, like, that is something that, if like these tournaments get unsanctioned, no way to track it.
I thought that Rick was ahead of Paul.
Mm-mm.
I thought he passed him and there was no looking back. What am I thinking of? Didn't he pass him in something? Are you sure?
I just saw it posted on Facebook, so I didn't verify it. Maybe Ricky is ahead of Paul. Maybe they flipped it.
I could have sworn there was something where Rick passed Paul and we were
Ricky's
like,
won like 2 of those tour championships, which is like almost 100,000.
Yeah, they must have flipped it on Facebook because Paul's at 786, Ricky's at 826. But I thought Ricky shared it.
We had said during the season that there's no chance that Paul's ever going to catch him. Like it's Rick has won it now because he's just younger.
Race to 1 million.
Okay, I just saw on Facebook when I was going to look this up that the Pro Tour just hired another person.
Oh,
a retail operations director. I don't really think that, but I'm just saying
their retail situation. Like,
oh no, I just read it backwards. I read it backwards. They had it right, but I'm just saying. I think.
Wait, what's your total earnings, Hunter? What's your total earnings?
I'll look.
Have you done 1,000 yet? Surely.
I think so. I'll find out though. I think the Pro Tour just got investors. That's my thought.
Race to 10,000.
I have 1557.
Race to 20,000. So
you and I are in the race to 2K.
What's Trevor? What you have?
Oh, 2,000.
Check it out.
Let's see. PDGA, Trevor Staub. $92.
Race to 2K, baby.
There you go.
You've only made $92?
Brodie, I've probably played a total of like 12 tournaments in my entire PDGA career.
Oh, okay. That's not a lot.
And probably
Trevor's played 22 events.
22. How many were an MPO with cash available?
Yeah,
that's
a good point.
How do you expect me to find that?
I would bet 5 of them.
Can't
you sort by MPO?
Not, but I can't see all of the seasons. 3, 4, 5.
Let's just say he's averaging $9 a tournament. All right.
Yeah, let's find
6, 7.
He's
7.
He's averaging a big Moz a tournament.
7.
So that's not bad. Average
cash.
Okay,
well let's look at my average cash.
A little more than 12, 13 bucks a
I got
that pays for
1,
a cheeseburger in between rounds, I'd say.
2. One of these
you got to have a ton.
3. I've been playing one tournament a year. I broke it in 2024. 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. We're at 10 so far.
Brodie's average in the mix. So my
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Oh my gosh. I've got my average pulled up. So
21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27.
Okay. What's the total earnings?
1557.
1557 divided by 27. Ooh. Average of $57.60.
Hey, that's profit.
That's pretty good.
I'm okay with that.
Do you think that's profit?
That's really good. That's like
definitely not profit. Definitely not profit.
No, but it means you're almost covering your entry.
Yeah, I'd be almost covering my entry.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're almost at profit. You're almost at profit.
I went pro. Okay, let's just read this. This is 2017.
And also, if you take away like some of the last few years of just nonsense.
Yeah, those are fake tournaments.
Yeah, you weren't serious, man. Back when you were serious.
I should have played. If I would have played in 2024, I could have kept my one tournament a year streak alive, but I didn't play last year.
People love that streak, dude. People
one
talk
tournament
about
a
it.
year. Yeah. Well, that's the problem.
Hunter would not play an unsanctioned tournament.
I played one unsanctioned tournament in 2024. You can't see it now. My streak's dead.
Man, the narrative died with that tournament.
Let's pull this up. Okay, let's guess my finishing place. 2017, my first year I went pro. So first off, we had 2 days in May, A tier. What place did I come in?
The tournament was called 2 days in May?
I'm gonna just do the first 5 or the first 3 because the third one is legendary.
This is your first year playing MPO?
This is my first year playing MPO. So I had 1 at MA1, so I decided to move up to MPO. So I was like decent.
How many people are in this tournament?
Great question. I can give you that. 68 in MPO.
Oh, you probably got like 24th.
29th.
26th. So Brodie's closest there.
Why are we so good at this?
Next up, we had
0 data, and we pulled that out.
Next up, we had the Roanoke Summer Classic, which was a field of 11 players. 11 players.
11. I'm going to get a dirty
Third.
fourth.
Fourth place. Well done, Trevor.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. And
I'm a
then
beast.
the final one you're going to be guessing, we had the Ledgestone Insurance Open, an MPO.
Oh, how many
field
players?
of
100,000?
160 players.
Give me 138.
138.
83rd.
Brodie's going to have the overall win, I think. 121. 121. I'm pretty sure.
I feel like I knew that number. Like I feel
I'm
like
pretty
I had
sure
that.
I played on a card with Ezra Robinson at this tournament. I'm pretty
Really?
Sure I think my final round. Look at this. I think I beat Nick Carl. I did get wrecked, Nick. I beat Nick Carl that tournament.
You know how in golf.
I'm pretty sure my final round, I made the cut, so I got to play
If
the fourth
Nick
round.
Carl had Paul Macbeth teach him how to play disc golf, he would be like a top 5 player in the world.
Easily. Yeah.
Look what Paul did to me. Imagine what he could do to Nick Carl.
Yeah, because Ezra Robinson shot at 83 round 2, and I went 72-71. So the third round, I was on a card with Ezra Robinson, or might have been
Did
the
you
fourth
play
round.
Northwood back then?
No, I think it was all Eureka.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was Eureka Temp. It was 4 rounds at Eureka Temp.
Gross.
That's
4 rounds
torture.
at Eureka Temp. Actually, should we guess what strokes I was to par? Let's see.
I don't even know what people
You
shoot.
were probably like
Let me see what the par was.
14 over par for the
All right.
tournament.
No.
Let's see.
For the tournament.
Okay,
For the
let's
tournament.
see. I'll break out the calculator here. We'll see how
Give
far
me
over.
14 over par.
I like that. You know how in golf, where if there's an odd number, after the cut, the one player will just play super fast. Sometimes they'll go out first. They should let Hunter or I do that at a pro tour. We'll go off first and just breeze through it and just see what we shoot.
There you go.
First tee time. I guess they can't do that. We'll have to go off before FPO.
So how far over par was I, Trev?
But how many rounds? 4?
4 rounds.
It's a lot of rounds.
21
Ooh.
over.
31 over, please.
Oh!
You know who I tied with? You know who I tied with?
Nick Carl.
Matt Bell.
Oh,
Me and Matt Bell.
Just
God.
think about how
Really good
bad
putters.
disc golfers were back then. That you almost got into top 100 shooting 31 over par.
To be
That
fair,
is
I was
crazy.
I was almost 20 strokes out of cash.
31 over par right now, like you're finishing maybe dead last in that tournament.
Dead last.
Yeah. Oh,
DNF.
for sure. Well, does see what
all
dead
at
last
Eureka?
was. All at Eureka. Dead last this year.
Oh, it's
Was,
disgusting. Oh, this year you're talking
No,
about?
no. This year that I'm
Oh.
looking at.
It's probably
was-
disgusting.
I'm gonna have to get a calculator. They only played 3 rounds because there was cut, and they went.
They probably shot
Wait,
like
does Hunter have a dark horse 100% cut rate?
I do.
Or cuts made
No,
percentage?
Yeah, because the only other pro tour I played, I DNF'd. So
And
oh,
honestly,
you
Hunter,
little.
You can't.
I
you
sprained my
can't-
MCL. I sprained my knee.
Well, now, Hunter, I have a point for you. If
Yeah.
you play an unsanctioned tournament and you miss the cut, nobody's gonna be talking about your cut percentage going.
Great point. I need to go on the go. No, I need to go to the
be at
GoPro tour.
100%.
Yeah, I have
Mhm.
100% disc golf pro tour cup. I'm gonna put that in my bio.
Glass is
on
half
Twitter.
full.
I'll put that in my bio on Twitter. Okay, the last place.
You
through
also
3 rounds-
DNF 50% of the time.
I also DNF 50% of the time. The last place player through 3 rounds was 70 over par.
Oh my
Ooh,
gosh.
not a great day. Not a great weekend,
Not what you want to be doing out there. But hey, there you go. A lot of fun stats. A little deep dive back there.
Brodie, did you hear where the majors are going? I want to get your live reaction right now. 26 and 27 Worlds got announced.
Yeah.
You saw where they're
26,
going?
Well, I saw like Nate Heinold's getting him again.
26 is going to Toboggan. Deglow.
Yeah.
You like
And then
that?
20
You hate that?
I don't like that.
And then 27 is going up to Oregon to play Glendevere and Milo, like where they're doing the Portland Northwest thing this year.
I don't hate that.
That one's better. That one's good.
Yeah.
The Deglow thing, though, people are going
Michigan-
to get worked.
Well, Michigan, they're bringing in Black Locust South course. It's apparently a wooded track.
It's a
Oh.
sick name.
So they're not just playing toboggan.
No, so
No,
they'll
they're
go
gonna add a
Toboggan
wood.
and to this other course.
No, I might
Which,
like that.
yeah, I think that could be okay. I think Black Locust is a top tier disc golf course name. It better
That
be
is a cool
tough.
name.
Well, yeah, apparently
Reminds
right
me of,
now,
like Bethpage Black.
Someone described it. Let me actually pull up this comment because we were asking about it on Grip Locked, and someone described it, and I will read you the description as soon as
If
I
you
find
put
it.
black in the name of the course, like it has to be pretty tough. That's just kind of the rule.
Did that come from like
Bethpage.
skiing?
Oh, like the black
Like black diamonds?
like
do
ski
you think?
rating?
No, because
may have- well-
not that many golf courses have black in it.
No, I mean there's black tees at certain golf courses.
Yeah.
Some people tip it out at the blacks.
But like Bethpage Black is like the only real famous or big
Yeah, I
course
don't
that
I
has
don't know of
black
any
in it.
other ones.
Disc golf loves putting black, and they love putting beast in course names.
Yeah, they need to come up with some new ones. What about like I don't know, what's another like intimidating word? The monster.
I don't think they necessarily even have to have it be intimidating.
Well,
Like,
if it's an intimidating course.
Augusta National's not intimidating.
Yeah, but nobody. That's just because it's its own. Like it's just become its own thing.
Pinehurst. That's what I'm saying. You create a name and then
Just name it. And let 200 years go by. It's not that difficult.
Yeah. Just let it.
Just let time pass. You
let
guys
it
are
build.
impatient.
Let
At
it
some
build.
point, Camp Hideaway is going to be famous. Just let a couple hundred years pass.
I don't know if I like the word
Sandusky
camp.
Park. It's going to be in the same
Sandusky.
sentence as Augusta National.
Sandusky could turn into an incredible name.
It's
Could.
got some
tough
work to
history
do.
to overcome.
Yeah, it doesn't have a great history.
Are you familiar with the Penn State football program?
Yeah.
You
Apparently
know
not
about
that
Jerry
familiar.
Sandusky?
Yeah.
There you go.
Are you
named-
sure?
Is it
Sure.
named after him?
No.
It's the same name. I just remember I had buddies from Pennsylvania, like Penn State guys, come up to that park, and they were like taking pictures next to the sign because they couldn't believe how funny it was.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Well, there's
Like it's.
when,
I mean, when I first played it, I was like,
the
Sandusky
disc
Park?
golf course name is technically like Blackwater Creek Disc Golf Course, but it's just
Wow.
Yeah, I found out they did actually
Wow.
change that in new disc.
at Sandusky
Because
Park.
I have scorecards that are older ones that look different. They actually updated it to say. So we got to stop calling it Sandusky.
So Black Locust South is pretty wooded with mostly defined fairways. A few very wooded holes in the current layout, kind of like a mini New London, but without the open holes.
Ooh, I like
That's
that
how
we're
it was
using
described.
the New London verbiage.
New London's the standard. Get up to
it's
the
about
level.
to change. About to change drastically.
Dude, my dog.
All
Is
right.
that Moose?
It's all three of them. I think Kelsey has got back.
All right, we're gonna play Guess That Pro Tour Player for one final time.
I hope I don't do so bad this time.
How do we
man.
want to
I
do
have
it this time around? Do we want to each pick
of the
a
three of
player?
us. Let's go rotation.
Rotation through.
Yeah.
All right, look at your list. Top 50
Oh my
player.
gosh, dude. I'm cooked.
No
Oh,
European
gosh.
players.
Oh, wait a second.
This one gets me every time, dude. This game just I get the yips. Oh my goodness. Top 50. Okay. All right, I got my player.
I got my player.
I got my player.
Not even gonna overthink it.
Okay. Who wants
So I asked Hunter.
I'll ask
Hunter
Brodie.
asked Brodie. Brodie asked me.
Yep.
Is there a winner to this game?
Last man standing.
I got you.
When someone's
Sounds good.
eliminated, you start asking the other person.
Okay.
We'll cross that
All right.
bridge when we get to it.
All right.
I'll start. Brodie
Okay.
is your player sponsored by a House of Discs company.
No.
Okay.
Are we gonna play no repeat questions? It could force us to
Ooh.
get real unique.
I
with
like
three
that.
people.
Sure.
I like
Yeah,
that.
let's do it. Let's do it. It'll be tough.
Brodie, your question to Trevor.
Trevor, is your person
No.
under
What?
Just ask the question.
is your person under 6 feet tall?
I already answered it.
What?
That's my strategy. That's my poker face.
You're just gonna say no before anyone asks a question?
Maybe I'll say yes if I'm feeling it.
Okay.
I answered the question.
Okay.
All right.
Because that way, how are you going to get a read on that? You just can't. I've already
Okay.
answered it. Hunter,
Yeah.
does your player, to your best knowledge, does your player live in their birth state to this day?
I mean, I don't know where. To be fair, I don't know where any of these guys live. I'm gonna say
They
yes.
live in their vans,
I'm
Hunter.
gonna say yes.
You say yes?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, so you do know.
Semi
Or you're a
confidently.
liar.
I could be a liar. Very realistic.
Okay, that narrows it down.
I hope he's
That
lying.
does.
I hope he's
Well,
lying.
it takes away a good
Okay.
bit of players, a good bit of notable ones.
Brodie, is your player sponsored by a company from Michigan?
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and guess. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
feel
you're in
good,
a
though.
corner now, Mr. Smith.
Does your player have short hair?
Yes.
Short hair over 6 feet tall. There's not that many of them.
Hunter.
What?
Does your player wear a golf polo?
I think you're gonna say golf glove.
They well, this isn't a direct yes or no question.
I love that.
Yes, it is. Okay. Does your player wear a golf polo while playing at tournaments?
Yes. And no. And yes. But I'll say yes.
Let me rephrase it for you. Does your player most of the time wear a golf polo during tournaments? Majority, just 51% or more.
That's a yes or no question.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, only to the best of your
Big
ability.
polo guy. Big
Only to the best of your
polo
ability.
guy.
Hunter will do this though. He will do this. You have to understand he's being a little rattlesnake right now. This could
No,
be
I don't. That one I have
Ezra
no idea.
Aderhold for all we know.
That one
he
I have no
doesn't
idea.
live. That guy doesn't live in his home state. North Dakota? What the heck? South Dakota?
Oh. We can't ask like if a player's in the top X, right? We ruled that question out.
No, that would be criminal.
Okay, we're either throwing gyro
That
or
might
we're
be on
throwing
to you, buddy.
Discraft.
My player's not
Um,
Freetoff.
Brodie,
Yeah.
has your player ever won a Pro Tour event?
Yes.
Okay.
Shoot, dude. What you got?
Does your player
This game is better than chess.
does your player majority of the time wear pants?
No, I don't know.
Tall, short hair, and wears shorts.
Or no pants at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to consider that. Hunter,
Yes,
does your player has your player did your player win last season either a Pro Tour or major?
I need to look at these results. I don't
No,
think so.
this guy, he is. See that he know it
I
could be
don't
the most
actually know.
obvious yes or no, and he is playing it so well. You've got to take notes. He could be looking at Gannon Burr right now, and he look at the way he's. Oh, I don't know. I got to check.
No, did
I
not
don't
win last
believe
year.
that for a second, bro.
I
know
can't
you-
lie to you. That'd be breaking the game. But
you-
no, he did not win.
Definitely. No, I know. I believe that, but I don't believe your little. Let me go check, and you're over there playing addictinggames.com.
Playing solitaire.
All
Okay, he's won.
players.
Brodie, has your player ever won a major?
Yes.
Dude, what in the world?
Trevor.
On fire at will.
Trevor.
Shoot.
Well, that doesn't really help me.
Trevor, does your player rhyme with bombast?
No.
I can't do that.
Just forget that ever came out of your mouth. Ridiculous.
What?
There's not even ethics at this point.
I'm allowed to ask that. They rhyme with something.
You're ridiculous, bro.
Do they rhyme with bombast Bilgert?
I'm gonna need you to ask a different question.
Does your player squint a lot?
What?
I have no idea. I'll say no.
Okay.
What a question.
Hunter.
Yeah.
Does is your player change sponsors in the last 2 seasons?
Wow, what a question.
Yeah, I was
No.
deep in my
no.
bag.
No.
Well, I think I'm zeroing in. I'm zeroing in right now. Radar. Beep, 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 beep.
Brodie.
Yeah.
Does your player resemble Slenderman?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that helped a lot. All right. I'm zeroing in.
Shoot, dude. That takes a lot
Does
off the
your
table.
player give cringeworthy interviews?
My player?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Wow, good interviewer. That narrows it down.
Well, Hunter. Oh, Hunter. Would you say that your player moves plastic at an above average rate?
No.
Wow. Ooh, not a disc mover.
Not a plastic. At an average.
Not
Above average
average.
is what you asked.
Not
Yeah,
a
so he's
disc.
below average or average.
Correct. He's not above average.
Not above
Respect.
average.
Okay, Brodie, one more question. Has your player won
I've got nowhere, guys.
more
All
than
my
10
questions
majors?
Huh?
Wow. No.
No. Okay. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Is your player someone that you'd actually want to hang out with?
What a question.
Sure. Yeah.
Would you have a good
yes.
time?
No, you can't ask a second question.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
secondary question.
Let's save that for the
I'll
next
say
one.
yes.
All right.
Yes to your first question.
All right.
Has anybody gotten anywhere? Because I have no
I'm
clue.
between two players. I'm between two
Someone
players.
you would want to hang out with.
Okay, Hunter. Is your player
I think you could hang out with this guy. He's over 6 feet tall. He's got short hair. He wears shorts. And he doesn't have cringeworthy interviews. I think I know who
does
it
your
is.
player typically during tournament rounds wear a hat?
Yes.
Oh, GG.
Yeah, that's going to be a GG's in the chat.
You better guess now, Hunter.
Yeah,
Trevor's
going
got
to.
it. Trevor's got it.
Brodie, did your player switch sponsors this offseason?
Sure.
Yes?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Well, he's not a why not.
Trevor, does your player have a nickname they don't like?
No.
They like it.
Wouldn't know. Wouldn't know,
Yeah,
but no.
They don't have a nickname.
I don't know. Hunter.
Yes.
It's not that. It's not proctologist. Marked him off.
Hunter,
Did you hang out with Casey White?
would you say that your player improved greatly from the 23 to 24 season?
Casey White over 6 feet tall?
No.
All right. I'm ready to guess. Brodie, is your player Ricky Wysocki?
Yes.
Oh, Brodie's out.
Yeah. All right. Now I got Trevor, but I got nothing on Trevor.
What do you mean?
He's over 6 feet
Over
tall,
6
short.
feet
and
I
tall.
gave you everything you needed. It's
I don't even know what other questions have been asked.
It's not James. It's not James Proctor.
Yeah, I got it.
Hunter.
not
Would
James
you
Proctor.
say? Does your player have a YouTube channel?
I don't know, but I think what you're asking is, are they active? And I'll say no.
Okay.
They might have one, but I'm gonna say no.
Still have gotten
because
absolutely nowhere. Respect.
Oh,
This is a real back and forth fiasco here.
I don't even know what questions have been asked, so
Dude,
I don't know.
I don't either. I'm just scraping.
I think you guys should just both guess, and I'll say who's closer.
Trevor, has your player won a U.S. championship, USDGC?
I mean, that was the worst question you could have asked.
It could have been a
sometimes
phenomenal
you gotta
question.
shoot for the stars.
Could have been a
gives
phenomenal
you,
question.
4 people. That's not.
All right, Mister. Does he have short hair?
He does. You're welcome. Knock off all the people that have long hair. There's probably at least 10 of them.
Hunter. Oh, here we go. Is your player above age 30?
Wow.
No. Trevor, is your player from Michigan?
Oh my.
No.
Okay.
Don't think.
Can you verify for me?
I'm pretty positive.
Yeah, no.
Well, I don't want pretty positive.
No reason to
yes
verify.
Or no question.
No reason to verify.
Well, I need a yes or no here.
The answer is
Not
no.
that
I verified.
Perfect. Great.
With ChatGPT.
Hunter. Okay. Wait a second. Okay. But you said he hasn't moved in the last 2 seasons.
Meow.
I don't know if that player counts. Shoot.
See if he won last year.
He already asked that.
I'm like, okay. This hasn't been asked yet. Is your player sponsored by Discraft?
No. Is your player from Colorado?
No.
Not Tristan Tanner. Or
Over
Eagle.
6 feet tall.
Good
short
guess.
hair.
Or Gooseman.
Or Gossage or Joel Freeman. A lot of players over 6 feet tall from Colorado with short hair. I don't remember anything else besides that, so that's kind of all I'm firing at. But
okay.
They're a pretty
Hunter,
good interviewer.
Is your player from California?
Oh my.
I will verify.
Means they probably are, Trevor.
No. Ugh! Trevor, is your player from Iowa?
Yes.
Oh, I got him. I'm locked in. Game over.
Oh my.
Yes. Could you imagine though if I snipe it right here?
Was it the short hair that gave it away?
It was.
Imagine if I sniped this. Do you imagine if I sniped this? Hunter.
Who's he thinking of? Who's he thinking of?
I need to get in your mind.
Get in my mind.
Nope, not them. Not them.
Do it.
Them. Okay.
Do it.
I think this works out for what I've asked. No, it doesn't work out.
Oh boy.
This one works out, I think. No, that doesn't work out either. What about this one? Okay. Is your player Kyle Klein?
Yes.
No way! That was complete luck.
It was Kyle Klein.
That was complete luck.
Was yours Gavin Babcock?
Yeah. I was just scrolling down looking for non-Discraft players who didn't win last year, are obviously under age 30.
I just tried to go for I tried to go for Mr. Forgettable.
Oh my gosh, that was just complete luck. I had no reason other than
it was working well. Everyone forgets about Kyle Klein.
Oh, I knew your player was Kyle Klein.
Goodness. What a snipe.
I almost just went Gannon Burr because I was like, no one will suspect you go for
Babcock is kind of unassuming, honestly. The Iowa guess obviously eventually got there, but
I just went and just started asking the town that all the people I knew were over 6 feet tall with short hair were from, and I was like, I'll figure it out eventually. So, wow. True. I guess Trevor's the reigning champ.
Yes, guess who?
That's it for the offseason this year. Tune in next week for the first episode of Debate Night. Trevor, what are they in for this year?
some new cast members that are going to be sick. Also, this year, you're going to be able to vote after each episode on who the people's champ was. So if you think I gave the wrong person the win, let them know. And you can vote. There's going to be all new exciting topics. It's going to be a blast. And we'll be the first episode of the season. We'll be recapping the entire offseason. Then we'll do a season preview episode. And then we will be in to the main regular season and just be going each week. So make sure to tune in. It's going to be a great time.
We'll see you then.
Yeah.